Hello everyone, I'm Jake McKinney, and today I'm going to show you how I modeled the structure of a faceted facade as part of my final study project. So what you see here is a 24-hour urban stadium, essentially a stadium that is integrated with additional program. We have here the fitness center portion of my project, and the facade I'm going to model is this facade right here. So the building isn't perfectly oriented on the XY grid. So what I did is I started with the skin flat on the grid to make it easier to model, and then in the end I will rotate it and fit it to the rest of the structure. I started with 3 curves that match the profile of the skin that I want, and then I lofted the 3 curves to get the surface. And then with that I created a bounding box with a wireframe edge so that then I can extract 2 of the wires, one along the X axis and one along the Y axis. So then I took those 2 curves and divided them, giving them points, and then the points are changeable with the sliders in both the X and the Y direction. After dividing the curves, I created planes from those points, and then with the planes created sections at each point that fit the profile of the skin. So we get this. So then offset the curves, and then using another slider I'm able to adjust the depth of essentially what will be the structure. Using those curves I created an edge surface. Here's the y-axis, and then here along the x-axis, which are manipulated using the same slider. I then extruded here in the y and then here in the x-axis, and so then with a new slider I'm able to adjust the width in both x-y directions. Okay, so now the basic structure of the skin is completed, and so now I need to rotate it. So I started by rotating 3D along the YZ axis, and so you see here it is vertical. That rotation angle is adjusted with this slider, as we can flip it up or down. I then rotated it basically 45 degrees, and so now it's in place with the fitness center. I took this process and repeated it to create the structure over here on this skin, basically identical with different curves and different points and rotation angles. And so now we have 2 skins that relate. Show you the kangaroo for the kangaroo analysis, and so if I turn it on, this is what we get, and then did the same thing for the other skin, and that's what we get.